I hope you guys are having a good evening. I decided I want to talk a little bit about something right now. Y'all know the title of the video is called Tory Lanez versus Meg the Stallion, honey. I did a video yesterday, but I'm not gonna go into details what happened to it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm going to talk about the Tory Lanez and Meg the Stallion situation. And the reason I want to talk about this is because this thing right here is just first and foremost, it feels like for me when it happened, it felt like 2009 all over again. Y'all remember in 2009 there was with Chris Brown and Rihanna when they got into it. And I hated this for both people because they're both for talented people. And I love both Chris Brown and Rihanna. This is giving that right now. And I'm not feeling it. So we're gonna talk about this. Let me see if I can find the other stuff that I found. I'm not quite sure where I found it. Um Girl, I was looking at a picture of somebody's former husband. He got married again, and honey, it's the way the woman is posing the picture, honey. Ain't I mean, seriously, girl, go sit down. Nobody want him and his cheating little so. Guess nobody told him that Josh moved. Girl, I can't even find it. Um, I heard that. Girl, because I'm trying to make a full circle with this. I don't want to be sitting up here talking and I don't have evidence of what I'm telling you from what I've seen when it comes to this situation. But long story short, Meg the Stallion is I know one thing, the baby's in another situation. I'm gonna do a whole podcast on him, girl. All right, I'm gonna show you what Meg the Stallion is saying first. I'm gonna show you that, and then we can go ahead and talk about this whole situation. Because I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, I don't think she's telling the whole story, and I don't think he's telling the whole story, and I think everybody is trying to save each other, basically. So at this point, it's just a bunch of narcissists in a situation. So she's going to be doing an interview with Gail King on Monday night. And she's going to be talking about her whole ordeal with Toy Lanez. And then, everybody, of course, everybody's going to say what they have to say in the comment. Of course, you guys, y'all going to be the judge and jury and feel like you got all the evidence in the world to prove that Meg is lying. Understand, Meg is not on trial. Tory Lanez is on trial. Somebody did shoot Meg the Stallion. Okay. And for people to say, oh, was this, that, and other, and you maybe get shot every day. That must be what you go through. There must be thug life. But not everybody is into thug life, okay? And so, I mean, I just feel like, in the court opinion, when it comes to the internet, everybody can sit up here and catch a bullet, but then when you really have to catch a bullet, then all of a sudden everybody want to sit up here and play the victim. So it is what it is. We're gonna talk about Meg Thee Stallion. I want y'all to see this clip of her talking to Gayle King. Um, I feel like I don't know. I feel like this been going on for too long. I'm over it. Um, but y'all know, you have to prove that you have a case. I said that yesterday, but I have to say it again today because my video was like taken down. Don't ask me why, honey. I don't ask me why my video was taken down, okay? And I made some good, valid points that probably made a certain group of people look bad. So that's cool, whatever. And no, I ain't talking about the white people. I didn't make the white people look bad. I made Bravo look bad. But it's neither here nor there with me, you know? But in the same sense, you know, but so we're gonna talk about this today. I'm gonna talk about this, and I want to give my opinion on the Tory Lanez situation, the Tory and Meg Thee Stallion situation.
It was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But that's like normal friend stuff. Like we fuss about silly stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. But I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud. Like this was one of them times where it was like, it shouldn't have got this crazy. It shouldn't have escalated. Right. That it did. So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming, he said, dance, bitch. And he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like he shot a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And I so was so scared. In the car shooting from the car, Megan? He is standing up over the window shooting. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick. Like, because I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he can shoot me and kill me. Like, were you afraid for your life at that time? I was really scared because I had never been shot at before. It was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But that's like normal.
All right. So today, this is going to be the topic of the day. I'm gonna give my little 2 cents about this. She said, all she know is that they were arguing, and then all of a sudden it was him, telling her to dance. Here we go. This is where I give my 2 cents. This is why I say what I have to say on this. Now, I have already given like an opinion on my podcast about how I feel about this, and I have said that I think the story is a little bit exaggerated. I'm not saying that, Meg exaggerated the story, but understand that at the time when this happened, Meg was was a Lord Jesus, I can't say the word, was a asset. That's the word. Yeah, asset. And Meg was an asset. Long story short. So I feel like it was trumped up. Yeah, I said trumped up. I feel like this whole thing has always been trumped up, and it's been trumped up by both parties, PR people. Um, I never thought it was something that was such a huge deal. And now it's become a court situation. Okay. So here's me getting my little 3 cents on this. Um, Meg did get shot. There's no doubt in my mind that Meg got shot. I don't care which way y'all look at this. Meg got shot. I have a feeling and I have an inkling that Meg the Stallion got shot. But was it by Tory Lanez? I don't know. Okay. Um, I don't. I know people who swear they're hood or they're ghetto. They think this is hilarious, and they feel like she endangered him because he's little. Okay. He's little. Let's not pretend like this man is not little. He's little. Yeah, I said it. He's little. He's itty bitty. He's part of the tiny men committee. Okay. And so I'm going to say this. I got to bring this up because this is irking me as a tall girl. Because I'm a tall girl. And I've been around when Negroes want to sit there and play the victim when you're tall. And you look at them and like, you can't play a victim. I don't care how big I am as a girl. Because people keep playing this whole game. But it's like you're laughing at somebody getting shot, and then you get mad when people say all lives matter. Well, you're saying that when you're sitting up there saying that a tall girl attacked a little man, and it's okay to shoot her because she's tall. And I've been around people who made that okay. Just because I'm a tall girl, you think it's okay to attack me. It's okay to threaten me. It's okay to pull a gun out because of your Napoleon complex. All right. So I want to talk about this. Um, and that's why I draw the line. By the way, it's the whole he little, he a little guy and he was scared. Well, if he was scared of her, then he should have left her alone. You can't play a victim when it's convenient. I'm sorry. I don't care how little you are. Whether you little because of your ego or you're little because you just little. I mean, I I can't feel bad for you when you pull out a gun on me. That's just it. That's the ultimate no no. The ultimate no no is the gun. You pull the gun out, you're telling me that because you have a Napoleon complex, you're gonna shoot me. Okay? So I've been in a situation, and it's crazy because it's like I didn't think I would ever be in this situation like this. I'm not going to tell the whole story because the whole story don't need to be told. It's just you just need to get the idea of that this person is little and I'm a tall girl. That's just that. And when it was convenient for this person, you have brought in ops just because you felt like, or you had people around you just because you felt threatened. Okay. So recently, I have been trying to do business with a little person, a person that's smaller than me, that's shorter than me, that's a dude. Okay. So for uh to protect the innocent because they have not been proven guilty, we're gonna call him Napoleon just for crying out loud. Okay. So I've been trying to do business with Napoleon, and we got into a crossroad in our business relationship, and I say business relationship because it's not a personal relationship. We don't have a personal relationship because I don't know nothing about him outside of what's on the internet. He don't know nothing about me except for besides what's on my podcast, in my videos, in my and on my Instagram page, also the internet as well. So he doesn't know nothing about me. He's never been around me. But immediately when we were put in a situation to meet up and do business as we're supposed to, I'm gonna tell you this. Let me tell you the reason why there's a whole big misunderstanding. The misunderstanding is that there was never any contract given to me. Okay, I never got a contract. Period. I'm just gonna start with that. And I tried to. So we finally met up in person. And first and foremost, when he called me that morning, he had another person on the phone with him to prove certain stuff and try to make me seem crazy. So when we got to the office, I came to the office all by myself. I took a Uber into downtown Atlanta. Well, not downtown Atlanta, but into Atlanta. Um, and I was by myself and I'm roaming around the office building like an idiot. Now, let me tell you why I was nervous and why I felt some form of nervousness and why I was upset. The first time I went to the office, he wasn't there. The second time I went to the office, he wasn't there. He told me the third time to meet up with him, and I was supposed to meet up with him at some place that was near uh uh like I said, protect the innocent. near this house that we're supposed to be at to do content. Um, we basically met up. Um, I was supposed to meet up, and he told me to meet at a bar. I'm not taking an Uber at night. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust people. I had some weird things go on while I was going to do Uber. The last time I took an Uber, I was in the car and the guy was looking at pictures of kids, and I'm not quite sure if it was his kid or somebody else's kid, but I just got the wrong idea. I mean, with a text message fully in Spanish, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it was a grandchild or whatever. I just felt weird, and I just always feel weird being in the car with somebody I don't know. Okay, so if I don't know you, you, I don't like being in the car with you, and that's the one thing I don't like about Uber. So, he explained to me why he was not able to go to the office. The reason he explained to me he was not able to go to the office was because he claimed that someone was stalking him. And of course, the question I had was, is it me? Because I did feel like when I went to the office that there was a setup. You know, if you knew that you had the police at the office or police that was there looking for somebody that was stalking you, why would you tell me to come to the office if the police are there looking for someone who is allegedly stalking you? And that's one part that will never sit right with me. Um, I don't know who was stalking him. And I was like, was it me? Because I don't follow you everywhere. I mean, because I follow you on social media does not mean that I follow you everywhere or that I have somebody telling you or something like that. And and the reason I'm going to be heavy on the stalking part because I'm starting to feel like he associated me with the person that stalked him. Now, I first and foremost, I do make money. I do make money. I ain't stop saying I don't. I'll sit up here and lie and say I don't. But at the time, I was not making any money. I did not have any. I didn't have a career, and I was looking for a career, and so that's how I knew about the other times about me going to go in the Uber and get a job. That's when I was like, y'all weird. You know, there's some weird stuff popping off and just going on, and I don't like being around weird people. So I wanted to so for me, I felt some kind of way and it was crazy to me because it's like, I'm a nervous type of person. I'm a Virgo. So I'm ruled by nerves. So I get really so when he told me that, I kind of got nervous. And then I started thinking, well, he confirmed that it was not me. But my other fear was that it was somebody that I knew. Okay. They're gonna be like, who? Well, before I met this person, I had met a group of people on Bigo. Okay. I might as well go ahead and stop sharing this. I met a group of people on Bigo, and one of them edged me out of a certain situation because she had given a voice recording to a certain person's, well, the person I'm supposed to work with, bandmates brother, where I was basically talking shit about him. So I'm one of those people where the bitch has money. The reason I know the bitch has money is because she basically she's able to fly to California when she needs to. So it's not like she couldn't fly to Atlanta, because flying to Atlanta would be nothing since she lives in Maryland. So when he told me about the stalker, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first went to his office, I felt uneasy the first time I went there. I didn't say anything to him. I didn't do anything. I didn't explain to him. I did explain to him that I didn't care for the fact that my Uber driver was yelling at me and he almost got his ass beat. I don't know who he thought he was talking to. Like, I'm like, who are you talking to? You driving me. I ain't driving you. You're freaking out because technology is acting weird. Calm down. I drove Uber before. Chill out. So I kind of told him about that, but I didn't tell him about the uneasy feeling I got from going to his office. And his office is not in like a weird area or like a strange area. His office is like in like a, it's in an office district. I would say an office district, like a business office, like a business office district area. So all the buildings in the area are office building district. It's like an office building district area. So you wouldn't think it was suspicious, but once again, we're talking about Atlanta. And at this point, as somebody who lives in Atlanta, I don't trust Atlanta right now. So you gotta keep in mind, I was um I went in an Uber by myself. I told you that already. I was by myself. I was not with nobody. And I would tell any woman out there to go. If you're going to you take a Uber, go with someone. Don't ever take a Uber by yourself. Don't ever take an Uber by yourself. You don't know the mindset of the person you're in a car with. Okay? I'm going to show you why in a minute. But I want to continue the story. But it's just like I felt an uneasy feeling. And I wish that he understand that, but in this imaginary world that these niggas be in, these black men be in, they think that black women are not supposed to be scared. I'm supposed to be tough. I'm supposed to be the hard one. No, I'm not raised to be gangster. Okay, I was not raised like that, and I'm not gonna sit up here and portray that lifestyle. I don't have a gun, and I don't have a gun because I have nerve. I'm a nervous person, so I would never. I mean, it's just that's just not how I roll. I don't know what's happening, but I was just uneasy. I had a very uneasy feeling, and I did not like being there. I was wandering around the office by myself, and on top of that, the old creepy ass Uber driver waited until I had to call him again. I did not like that. So, and both times, even when he finally did get there the last time, which was like what, the third time, I went to the office twice. And it was the third time I went that he finally was there. But I was still around the office building by myself. And that still is not good. I would tell anybody, when, I don't know if y'all know this, but it's proper etiquette, even if it's a male, if it's a man, um you still are supposed to be there to be able to receive that person, because you don't know who's around there lurking and could do something to that person. Regardless if it's a man or a woman, if you are a business owner and you tell somebody to meet you at your office, you need to be there to receive me, to make sure I get there safely. This is not, like I said, it's not a man or woman thing. It's to make sure the person you asked to be there is there. So just in case, let's just say their family is looking for them in 24 hours, their family put out a missing person warrant, and they say, well, so and so is supposed to be there, and you say, well, I saw so and so, and so was supposed to do a job interview with me. Or if you say something to the effect of, I was supposed to do a job interview with this person, but I was running late and the person didn't show up. You're supposed to be able to be accounting that for that person, okay? That's why you do certain things. There's certain etiquette put in place. It's not just to make men feel less, it's not to make men or women to feel like their feelings don't matter. It's about, you have to make sure you're there to receive the person who's there, so they won't be waiting outside just in case there's somebody weird or creepy is there to take advantage of them. And like I said, it's regardless of if it's a man and a woman or a woman. People take advantage of everybody. And so that kind of made me uneasy about that, to where my safety was no concern at all to this person. Like, you didn't give a fuck. You didn't care if I went missing. You didn't care if an Uber driver had plans for me. You didn't care. I'm going to segue into this story, but then I'm going to piggyback off that. And then I'm going to go right back to the Meg the Stallion story. We're going to talk about this. And of course, y'all know I don't read the article anymore because we have that option. I'm going to let the thing read it for you.
Texas mom of 3 working side job as Uber Eats driver allegedly killed by 14-year-old boys. WFAA/ABC. 31-year-old Ryan Muncie is shown along with her husband and 3 children in this family photo. Haltom City, Texas. A judge has ruled that 2 14-year-old boys charged with capital murder will remain in custody for allegedly killing a mother of 3 who was delivering an Uber Eats order to an apartment building in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Ryan Graham, 31, was delivering food last weekend to a Haltom City apartment complex and was fatally stabbed in her neck during a robbery, police said. The defendants were arrested midweek, and their names are withheld because they're juveniles. The defendants appeared separately for a virtual detention hearing in Tarrant County Juvenile Court. Officials said during the hearing that a confidential informant tipped authorities of the defendants' connection to the murder and their plans to skip town. Tarrant County Judge Alex Kim said the defendants indicated in an interrogation that they attacked Graham because they were trying to steal her car. When they couldn't find the keys, one of them stabbed her in the neck. At this point, I'm very concerned about the safety of the community if I was to release you, Kim said to one of the defendants during the hearing. Haltom City investigators said they found evidence linking the 2 juveniles to the killing, and they were arrested in a Fort Worth apartment building. They were taken to the Tarrant County Juvenile Justice Center in Fort Worth. A resident of the building where the murder occurred told police that he found Graham in the building's breezeway in the front of his home. Graham did not reach the customer's door before she was killed, and she died on the scene. Graham, who was from Fort Worth, was delivering food for Uber Eats as a side job. A GoFundMe page raising money for her funeral expenses has exceeded the $30,000 goal.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Show you the picture of the family, because that's what the news do, to give you some form of sympathy. This stuff like this is why I'm nervous. And it was 3 juveniles that did this to her. 3 kids. You want to hear another story? I have another story. And yes, it's pertaining to Uber. And it's not the company, it's the people who ride around or the people who order from the company that is about this. So somebody ordered Uber and they basically hurt this Uber driver. Okay. So I have another story that I want to talk to you guys about dealing with Uber and why it makes me nervous taking an Uber or anything like it. So I have a family member that went to California before the pandemic. So I would say this was like 2019 or 2018. I don't remember. I just know it happened before the pandemic because we were able to be around each other more. Okay. So my cousin and her husband went to California, and so what happened was they went to a uh weed dispensary. And no, I'm not sitting over here advocating for no weed. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, even when you're doing that and you think you're having fun and you're enjoying yourself, there's always people who trying to take advantage of you just because. Okay. So her and her friends, they went to a weed dispensary. And of course, they were taking an Uber because it's smart to take an Uber, right? So they took an Uber, and I guess their husbands were following in another Uber behind them. So this guy picks them up in an Uber. They're in the Uber, and the Uber driver, they tell the Uber driver where to go, where to drop them off at. This damn Uber driver just kept driving. Like nothing. And he just kept driving. He just kept driving. Okay. He wouldn't drop them off to where they were at all. Now I don't know what he thought. I guess he just thought it was a few black women having a girls' trip and that he was going to take advantage of that. And, nobody's going to be asking for a missing black person because you know how y'all are about missing black people or black women. We ain't going to go into details with that. But y'all know how y'all are about missing black women and how the public is about missing black women. So I guess he's just gonna have these black women. I don't know what his little ass is doing. But He didn't stop at the hotel they were supposed to be at, and he was pretending like he didn't understand the thing they were saying. He did. Um, he was not gonna stop at where they were supposed to be at. Point I'm trying to make is when it came to dealing with this individual, you know, you kind of put me in harm's way when it came to depending on someone with Uber. Low key, you did. Say what you will of me on it, but you did. You kind of put me in harm's way. Okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts behind something like that. Um, so I felt some kind of way about that. This was probably like the first sign for me to be like, this person doesn't care about you. So you should just give up on trying to work with this person. I should have just ended it right there back then. When it came to that, because I didn't. It got even more disrespectful after that. But my point being is because you are a little person, or you feel like because you are a little man. When I say a little man, I'm not talking about somebody who is known for having, you know, for being having dwarfism. I'm talking about, you're shorter than the average man, and you so happen to be shorter than the woman you're dealing with. That does not give you an excuse to attack that person. There's no excuse for that. I don't care which way you see it. And to all the hoes that's sitting out there and doing that. So when you with a dude, you with a black dude now, and he start playing the victim and he calls the police on you and say you attacked him, don't say nothing. It's just no I there's no reason to shoot me. I don't care what how tall I am, how big I am. There's no excuse to shoot anybody. And like I said, I already told y'all in the beginning. I started off in the beginning of the video. They've been talking about it, and they did have evidence, DNA evidence of. They said that the DNA on the gun was not Tory's. I'm still one of those people where I need to see more evidence when it comes to what's going on here. Either way, there's so many people justifying it just because Meg is a woman of a particular height. And there's no justification to shooting anyone. If I don't have a gun, you shouldn't be using one. That's how I feel. Um, and because I am a woman of a particular height does not mean that I need less protecting. It's the same thing goes with the Uber driver and stuff like that. Don't get it twisted, or don't ever get it twisted that I'm going to be all right just by myself. Don't assume I'm going to be okay. I'll be straight up honest with you. I haven't been to this person's events. I haven't been doing anything for this person because this is it's just like I said, and it's not just a woman thing, it's a people thing. You want to make sure that you're there when people are supposed to be there. You're supposed to be able to receive that person. You're supposed to be prepared, and this is business. And it is about the safety. It does matter if you get home after you leave my office, regardless if you're a man or a woman. It does matter. That stuff kind of stuff matters. Now, and it's crazy to me because it's like it's scary when you in a car with people because like she said, these are friends. Now, the messed up part with the whole Tory Lanez and Meg the Stallion situation is that these are people she knew. You claim you knew me. You claim you know me. We're friends. You want to sit up here and do this whole hood code and hood ethics. I'm gonna tell you, I don't stand by no hood code and ethics. So you pull out a gun on me, you're going to jail. I don't care. Okay? Not everybody is raised with that hood mentality. Not everybody is raised with a hood rat mentality. And you're not supposed to assume that because
it was an argument
my
because
bad. You're not supposed to assume that because it was just a scratch, it was still a bullet wound. So yeah, it's this whole situation. The part that disturbed me is how many people, especially men, who are justifying that it's okay to shoot a woman if she's taller than you, if she's bigger than you. You have to understand, not all women who are a certain size, um, that she should be able to defend herself against your gun. And then it tells you how small you think of yourself. So yeah, I don't know when that trial's gonna start, but they already talked about the DNA evidence that was on the gun, and they said the DNA was not Tory's gun. But I have one question. I'm gonna end this thing. Um, what happened to Kelsey's big mouth? Oh, Kelsey. Hey, Kelsey. Hey, good girl. Why you over there, running your mouth and stuff and defending Tory and shit like that? And you over there sitting there attacking Meg just because you scared or you intimidated or you jealous or mad or whatever. Well, I don't know what bitter hoes do on a weekend. But where have you been, girl? I have not heard anything out of you. Everybody else talking. Tory talking. Tory's running his mouth. In the beginning, she was running her mouth, and then well, at first she wasn't running her mouth, and then she couldn't hold it anymore, and then she was just running her mouth every 2 weeks. And then, like, all of a sudden, she just stopped talking, and then this whole thing came out. And then I don't know what happened. I just know that Whack 100 has something to do with it. He was talking about it too. Whack seemed to be in everybody's stuff. Whack's here, Whack's there, Whack is everywhere. And this whole thing, this whole news broke down about them, when you're talking about when you're talking about this whole news about the DNA evidence in the freaking gun. Yes. Okay. Yeah. She, don't have anything to say about the DNA on the gun. I saved all that. Let me see if I still saved it. I saved all that because I had it all in a line, and then I was going to talk about it, and then I never got to it. I'm going to talk about the fact that we're talking about the DNA in the gun. And the crazy part is everybody's claiming depression and anxiety. I wonder if the baby's gonna go that route since everybody wants to claim that. Everybody wants to claim depression, anxiety. Tory Lanez say he's the prize. Like the Stallion's claiming she's the prize. Girl, I ain't ever heard a group of people use depression and anxiety so much in my entire life. Now, I'm not saying people are not allowed to feel depression and anxiety. It just after a while it becomes reductive. Like, how is everybody depressed and have anxiety? And how you can't hold just a person, I guess, with a mental illness for accountability, I'm guessing. which that's the worst. But it's like you can be depressed and have anxiety. How you gonna have depression and anxiety if you victimize someone? You can't do that. It says a lot about you. You know, like uncut gems. You know, it doesn't make any sense, but it does. Anyway, it's just like, Tory Lanez came out talking about something. I'm depressed. And I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I understand why he would be depressed because people have villainized you, not understanding that it's very gray. This whole situation is very gray. Very severely gray. It's gray. So, people of course villainize him just like they did Chris Brown. No, people villainize Chris Brown. People talk awful about him. I remember Kathy Griffin. She was one of them to do it. It seemed like when the public is mad at black men, Kathy Griffin just somehow get the balls of courage to come out. That's another individual I don't too much care for. She's a redhead from hell. And then every time she sit up there and she attacks someone, I bring up the fact that she was holding a standing president head in her hand. Can we talk about that? You didn't think that was inappropriate. You got canceled for a reason. Stay canceled before we bring up that up every 5 days. Bye. Stay canceled, ma'am. Let me see if I can find it. And I had it all saved in line. Because the news just kept breaking about the whole thing. Every time I see that picture of the guy that got recently, got hurt, who's murdered by OnlyFans model. I'm gonna call her OnlyFans model. It just disturbed me. That whole situation is disturbing to me. Did it happen before or after this whole case with the OnlyFans model? I'm about to go to the original. I had saved a whole thing dealing with this. I had all my ducks in the row. I might go to TMZ and see if TMZ has something with it. But here's the thing about that. I have to be real careful because they told me, you can't use people's situations and stuff. TMZ posts like every 5 seconds. They have a whole team of people and they just be posting. Let me see. Do they have evidence? Did they talk about that? I gotta continue. I had to continue. I had to continue to look for this. I hope you guys get a nice look at my face. It's gonna be pretty famous. The whole situation. I'm gonna do a podcast because when I want to sit here and waste time, I don't want to go into depth with something here. I like going to my podcast and talking about it and going to deep details. So I don't want to talk about the baby yet, and I'm taking a sabbatical. You know how that's sabbatical? I'm taking a sabbatical. Go. Go sabbatical. And apparently the break was needed, and I'm just so happy that I'm taking a sabbatical right now. Okay, let's talk about this. We can start with this. Okay, let's start with this. And then we're going to move on with this whole situation. Okay. This is only supposed to be 5 minutes long. I kid you not. So y'all know, about this, and since we don't read, we know how to read. We just choose not to read.
Tory Lanez handcuffed in court, violated protective order in Megan Thee Stallion case. Tory Lanez handcuffed in court for violating order in Meg Thee Stallion case. Exclusive details. 2.5K. April 5th, 2022, 10:04 a.m. Pacific Time. Getty Composite. Tory Lanez was handcuffed in court and had his bail increased after a judge ruled he violated the protective order in his case with Meg Thee Stallion for talking about her on social media. The Canadian rapper had a hearing Tuesday in LA where he was remanded into custody of the sheriff's department, and the judge set his bail at $350,000. Prosecutors had requested he be held without bail, or at least set it at $5 million.
Oh.
We're told he's in the process of posting the $350,000. The judge said Tory's tweet, where he directly addressed Meg as you, was a violation of a protective order. He's not supposed to contact or mention her at all. Tory fired off that tweet back in February when he said, "Good D asterisk 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 had me F asterisk 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 ing two best friends. And I got caught. That's what I apologized for. It's sick how you spun it though." Prosecutors also voiced concern about a tweet from DJ Academics from February which read, "Breaking. It was revealed in court few moments ago that Tory Lanez's DNA was not found on the weapon in the Meg Thee Stallion case."
Y'all heard that? And that was my point when I was talking about, yeah, it was not okay. But then, again, did he do it? Did Tory Lanez shoot her? Or did he tell somebody to shoot her? Let me continue to have this article be read to you.
Prosecution believes that info was given to AK from Tory's team. However, Tory's attorney, Sean Hawley, said that wasn't possible because DJ Academics' initial tweet was wrong. Tory's DNA wasn't on the magazine, and a sample from the gun was inconclusive. About 15 minutes after posting his initial tweet, AK posted a new one which reflected the inconclusive finding.
Let's talk about DJ Academics for a minute. First and foremost, don't ever put yourself in a situation where you're dealing with a real. If there's a case that is being developed around something, don't ever throw yourself in the middle of it. I don't care if it does give you good clout, okay? And DJ Academic, I'm gonna tell you, one day you're gonna pull the hand, and it's not gonna be nobody at the end of the hand. You're gonna be left with the fallout from that hand you just touched. Telling you, Academic, be careful, sir. Tread softly. And the whole thing had nothing to do with him. He just likes getting in situations where he is against some chick. I don't know why. Oh, you're too old for this, sir. Not you 30. Um
Finding. Of course, this all pertains to Tory's felony assault case, stemming from charges that he allegedly fired a gun in her direction and caused her great bodily harm, to which he's pled not guilty. Share on Facebook. Tweet this.
we ain't gotta do all that. Um so that's the part I wanted to talk about. Okay. Gonna do this little stop sharing thing over here. All right. So DJ Academic.
It was an argument
Oops. DJ Academic leaked some information that Tory Lanez DNA was nowhere near the gun. They said that Tory Lanez DNA was nowhere, was not on the magazine, but then they said it was breaking news that his DNA was nowhere near the gun. Now it's kind of hard to say that because I'm assuming, if you are using the gun, it would be near the magazine. Am I not correct? Because that's your gun and you loaded it and you had plans on using it. Right? Now, I don't know if he had planned on using it that night. I don't know what anybody's intentions were. So, yeah. But they got into an argument. You have always got that one friend that's ready to go. And I'm always that one friend that's ready to go. But you going to do what I tell you to do. If I say I'm ready to go, you turn that car around. I don't care. And most of the time, I get my way. I'm ready to go home. But I don't care what you want to do. We're going home. And no, I don't threaten nobody with a gun. You just know when I'm ready to go. If I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. Don't play with me. Or I'll sit up there and nag you the whole ride to wherever you're trying to go, wherever we're going, or if we're still there. That's just me. My gift is to nag, 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 nag. Okay. That's a woman's talent. Women have been known to have this talent. I'm going to use that talent as a woman to nag you to make sure you take me home. And if you don't, I don't shut up. I just keep running my mouth. And not one damn time has anybody ever shot me in my foot. Ever. I've never gotten the shot in the footed. So there's no excuse. Nobody, I say I'm ready to go home. It's okay. People just be mad at me in the car. They just gonna be mad. Nobody care about you being mad. You just mad. But nobody ever shot me in no foot. Nobody ever sit there and use some heat on me. And you ain't gotta use no heat. If I say I'm ready to go, just take me home and shut up. If y'all want to go somewhere, y'all take the car and go somewhere. But if I want to go home, take me home. Nobody likes you guys. You guys are whack. Okay? And then all you're going to do is get in some trouble. And that's why she wanted to go home. I'll be honest with you. Subconsciously, she probably knew something was not right. Okay? A lot of times with people who don't want to go home, they know something's not right about that night. I got to be honest about that. When you had that friend and y'all all want to wild out that night, and that one friend be like, "Nah, I'm good. I want to go home." That's because they have a bad feeling. But y'all don't believe fat meat is greasy. Yeah, I said it. Y'all don't believe fat meat is greasy. And then when fat meat showed that it's greasy, which unfortunately in this case, they showed that fat meat was greasy. It's like, see, I told you this was going to happen. Now look at us. We all look very stupid here. Oh man, that didn't turn out right. So I mean, it's about respecting someone, but you gotta understand, it's about respecting someone's space and someone saying, "I'm ready to go home." Nobody ain't gotta pull no heat out on no one. Nobody. I mean, this whole
It,
situation could have been
it
avoided
was an
if
argument.
people, if there was not. And I'm guessing because she said, "Well, I just normal said in a normal voice, I'm ready to go home." I don't believe that part. You use some form of force, or you said something that triggered someone. Because the person that got triggered thought it was okay to be trigger happy. Yeah, they thought it was like, "Oh, you want to go home? Okay." That's the second time I done heard Cardi B, so for somebody else use the same rap flow as she did in Bodak Yellow. I ain't heard Bodak Yellow in so long. But anyway, like, oh, girl, this is where it's the point of this whole thing is nobody should have pulled out a gun. You can have a disagreement and an argument without pulling out a gun. Um, do I feel like I think she's lowballing what she said in this situation. I feel like she's kind of saying stuff like to the effect of, "Oh, yeah, like I just told everybody, I'm ready to go." Meg, you did. Come on, girl. Now let's be straight up on it. You know what you did. Nobody was stupid. You did. Look, motherfucker, I'm ready to go. If I said I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. But that still did not put. I don't know why y'all can't simply just let somebody go home. And I don't know why someone had to get shot. But this is what happened. But I don't believe the part where she said, "I just said in my normal voice, you guys, I'm ready to go." No, you didn't. You got irritated with them. You start calling them MFers. You start calling them the N words. You start calling them all kinds of stuff. And then that's when it got heated. Then somebody pulled out some heat. But there still was no reason for her to get shot. And that's the part y'all still don't understand about this whole situation. It don't matter. The whole stop snitching, the whole snitching, whole thing right there, that does not matter. What matters in this situation is that nobody should have ever pulled out a gun. Okay? The gun being pulled out is a little overreactive to me, if you really look at it. It's like, why are you pulling out a gun? I just said I'm ready to go home, and I probably call you an MFer, probably call you the N word, probably said your mama was ugly or retarded or something like that. I mean, it's not to where you should pull out a gun. Do I think she was violent? She probably shoved someone. You ain't once again. Anyway, like I said, was she violent with somebody? She shoved someone. I don't believe that she was not violent. All I said was I'm ready to go home. Yeah, but did you shove somebody or did you push somebody aside the head? Because when you in a car with your friends and y'all arguing, one person say they ready to go home, somebody gets shoved. Like, take me home. So I mean, she's not as innocent as she's putting out to be. Don't get me wrong, but the gun went a little bit too far. Because my thing is, if she didn't put a gun to your head, why are you putting the gun to her feet? with that being said, y'all know I'm not doing my podcast last week. Well, I'm not doing these walls at the end. I am doing I might as well go ahead and call the damn podcast. It's getting weird. No. Tiffany's Epiphanies. I'm gonna be talking on there. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of stuff on there. I do have it organized. Let me look at what I could got it we don't have a topic for Monday. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be talking about this fake ass feminist movement y'all got going on. Y'all trying to make it seem like y'all for women, and y'all ain't really care about nobody. Y'all don't like no one. So yeah, with that being said, I am outie. Bye.